important that a financial planning and control solution be native in NetSuite. Why is that? What's the risk of a solution that isn't?
Absolutely. I think it stems from the structure. When I say structure, I mean the segments. It can be, any standard or custom segments within NetSuite. And because the budget, not only the budget, the actuals are pivoted around these, right? Like say department, your chart of account, location, or any other segments which are there. So these structures are typically mimicked as dimensions within a planning tool. Now, in case I have to manage these in two different places, it's a nightmare. If I add a new department today, if I add a new location, if I add a new GL code, it should sync up with your budgeting solution, which is, if it is disjointed from the ERP system, it's a nightmare. You have to maintain things in two different places. Now, a tool like NetSuite Planning and Budgeting, it is all auto-synced. It is synced through the native integration. So that's a key. Another very important thing which I would highlight is when you are reporting variance, you need to sometimes go back within the source ERP from the planning tool and see why that variance is happening. And that is where the drill through feature comes into picture. You can actually drill back to the transactions from the planning tool screens and explain variances when reporting to the exec board. So these two are the key features. Data, yes, data quality is obviously important. So if you are reporting through a native ERP, the data quality is granted. It's a golden source of your actuals, which drives your budgets. So three key elements: structure, data, and drill back. I think these are the three most important things where the native solution is always handy to use.
And Mike, a native solution also provides a tremendous amount of control. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I'll put on my IT hat here for a second. And the idea is that if I have just a single database where all of my transactions and actuals and et cetera are happening, that's much easier to maintain than having to spread that across multiple systems. Same thing with security. If I have a single security model for all of the users, so then I can assign roles to say who can review budgets and do budget inquiries and things like that versus who are performing the transactions, and I don't have to maintain security in two different systems. And as well as from a control perspective, we need to make sure that we're using the ERP's control workflow process. So when I approve a purchase order, that's a natural step within an ERP system to go from a pending to an approved state. So we don't want to have to duplicate that logic in a separate control platform to verify that are we still within budget. So you want to have that all tightly integrated within the same native platform.
What's the risk if you don't?
Again, the risk there, it's that single version of truth statement about the data. Right, so that if I have budget data in system X and also within NetSuite ERP, if they get out of sync or if there's a time lag or if one of the systems happens to be down, then you have trouble completing the procurement process.
And that will be our final word. Mike, Saptarshi, thank you so much for an excellent presentation today and for sharing your insights with us. And thank you all for taking time out of your busy days to join us. On behalf of Piango, this is Mark Brousseau, thanking you. Hope to talk to you again soon.